What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with video number 3. As I promised, I'm a little bit late, but late is better than never. So I'm back with video number 3, and this is my mashed sweet potatoes with some orange pecan butter gravy, or butter pecan gravy. Sorry, I mixed those words up. The recipe to this video will be linked down below, and it's on my blog spot at sabrescooking.blogspot.com, and that will be posted later tonight. So make sure you check that out, and if you want to get a notification of when it will be posted on my blog spot, just go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm over there as well, and the link to that will be down below too. So let's get started with this recipe. I started off with boiling my sweet potatoes. I used 3-pound bag of just small size sweet potatoes, and I did a half a stick of butter so that the sweet potatoes can get nice and flavored with the butter in the water. That's what I always do when I boil my sweet potatoes. And while those sweet potatoes are boiling on my back burner, we're going to now move on to the special part of this, which is the gravy. I took about a third cup of third cup of chopped pecans, and at first, without anything in the pan, I started to toast the pecans. The reason why I did that is because I want the pecans to start to release their oils and their natural flavors, and so that you can really get the flavor of the pecans when you eat them in with the gravy and the sweet potatoes. So that's what I did first. Once you start to smell them, then that's when you know that they're starting to cook, and then that's when you add in the butter and all the rest of the good stuff. So I added in the butter, then I went in, I added in my brown sugar, my white sugar, as well as the orange marmalade, you guys. Now, I was initially going to use oranges. When I first created this, I initially was going to use oranges and just peel them or take off the rind and grate the rind or whatever. But for some reason, I couldn't find oranges at Aldi's, which is the local grocery store where I live, and I couldn't find them. I don't know why, but I couldn't find them. So I came across orange marmalade, and that's how I came up, and that's how, that got included in this gravy, which is definitely a good thing to me. I love orange marmalade on some toast, so it's a win-win situation. So I put some orange marmalade in there, and then we're going to add in, as usual, like you always do when you make sweet potatoes. You add in your cinnamon, your nutmeg, and your vanilla. Make sure, though, that you don't add too much vanilla in. I don't want the vanilla to overtake the taste of the orange and the pecans. So I only added 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Yeah. And then we're going to get that nice and incorporated and start to blend. And as you see, it's starting to bubble. It's starting to caramelize with the sugars and the spices and everything nice in there. You see it's starting to come together. And then once it starts to blend, then I'm going to go in and add my half and half, which is going to give it its creaminess and give it the look of real gravy. So I went in, I used some half and half in there. And don't forget, if you want to check out the recipe, go ahead and follow me on blogspot.com, sabrescooking.blogspot.com. I'm over there, and I will post the recipe to this later tonight, okay? All right. So I went in, I added my gravy, I added my half and half, and I'm just stirring. And then that's all, you guys, to this gravy. After I added in my half and half, I let it simmer on my stove for another 8 minutes, and I made sure to keep stirring it so that the mixture doesn't stick to the pan, doesn't start to burn. And after 8 minutes, boom, you have instant orange butter pecan gravy. Look at all that good stuff. Just looks good, doesn't it? Looks so good. And then after I did that, I set that aside and let it cool down. And now we're going to go back to our sweet potatoes. Yeah, so you see they are nice and fork tender. If you're able to poke a fork into them and the fork slides right out, then you know they're done. The reason why my water looks like that is because I actually added a half stick of butter, which I told you at the very beginning of this video. So then I'm going to add in another some more butter, and I just added in 2 tablespoons of butter. I just want the butter to really get my sweet potatoes nice and creamy. And then I went in and I put it in my handheld stand mixer, and I'm going to mix that bad boy up and make it look like mashed potatoes, but it's really sweet mashed potatoes. And then to just give it a nice consistency, a smooth consistency, I add the rest of my half and half in there. I'm just only adding enough of it just to get it smooth, not too much. I don't want my sweet potatoes to be watery or runny. I want them just to be nice and smooth enough to where they can hold on their own, but they're not too stiff. So I'll say that was about a half cup of half and half, and then boom, that was done. And now the piece of resistance, you guys, it's time to plate this on your plate. This is gonna look so good on your plate next to that chicken, that turkey, them greens, you know what I mean? All that good stuff on your plate. So I just put in a plop of sweet potatoes, and then I poured that nice, luscious, sweet gravy on top. Thank you so much for watching my videos, you guys. I love you all for watching. I hope that you keep watching me for more nice recipes. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to me. Love you all. Love and good eats.